Well, here we are, guys, and it is seemingly happening right there in front of us. The bull market altcoin season, or is this just a little bit of buying the rumor, sell the news event that we're going to see plague the markets once more? Well, that's a storyline we're going to talk about, but more so for everything going right now in the top 100, and in specific, we're going to talk about Cardano in this video. It's been an absolute explosion here on the charts. We're seeing meme coins pumping, altcoins pumping, seemingly with Donald Trump winning the presidential election. Big bets on crypto. Okay, so I want to give you guys my thoughts. As always, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark. If you guys have not done so, make sure you guys all like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let's get into this article where we do want to dive into the crypto bubbles to show you guys kind of what's going on right here, right now. All right. And this is what's interesting is we're seeing this explosion, and a lot of stuff was actually priced in my opinion, before leading up to the election. And now it's just kind of like further driving the nail in the coffin. And this is seemingly where we're going to try to repeat that historical trend from 2021 and 2017. And that's kind of the narrative that we're going to go down. But for Cardano right now, as we look into it, right, up one spot, 10th now in overall market cap, trading hands at 36.52. They haven't really had the same kind of explosions that we've seen in other cryptos, only up 8.1% on the day. A lot of other cryptos up 10+%. ADA is more so being held back a little bit more than other cryptos because of the month and week that we've had, still trading at 35.8. So I wanted to take the time to kind of go over what's going on. And what I want to get into is Bitcoin for the week up 3.3% and 16.8 respectively. So in comparison to ADA, and you look across the board, it doesn't really matter. It's just something where Cardano is lagging behind, and that's just something where I do look into the narrative right now. And I'm not sitting here going to pump sunshine for you guys and tell you guys that Cardano can't go and explode like the rest of the cryptos. I'm not going to do that. So we're going to keep it right there, right down the middle. We're going to keep it level headed. But I'm going to share with you kind of what's on the verge. But for me, guys, I think the market's going to absolutely explode. It's not financial advice. Don't hold me to it. Please do your own research. But this is kind of where we get into the nitty gritty. I've been talking about a 9 to 12 month window for almost 6 months now, that once we hit Q1, 2 of 2025, and seemingly we're just a couple months away from that. And this all may be the start of it like we saw back in 2021. I have people calling me, hey, what are you doing right now? What are you doing with your crypto? Should I just put everything right in there right now? Everything I own in the crypto right now? Obviously, I'm not going to answer that question, and you guys can answer it for me. You know what the answer to that is. But unless you're Michael Saylor, there is a level of risk right now as we especially dive into kind of what's going on in the overall, because we have seen the market kind of show on coin market cap. We're getting greedy. 62 Bitcoin dominance at 59.41. But overall, for a multi-trillion-dollar sector within finance, up 7.75% as we get into the day. Obviously, we look at Super Trump, down 45.91%. I didn't really have any fun with any MAGA meme coins. I actually did a couple months ago, but we're going to keep this one on ADA. I just was kind of still hungover from staying up late watching the election. I hope you guys did too, but that's kind of going to be the big storyline today. So let me know down below in the comments. Do you think that the presidential election, obviously, is this going to sell the rumor kind of stuff or sell the news kind of event, and we're just getting a little bit of a pseudo pump? Or do you think that the markets are ready to run? Let me know down below in the comments. All right. But as I was talking about earlier, okay, Cardano, before like today and yesterday, when we have this huge news catalyst that's exploding, right? Before all that went down, okay, this is kind of what we have to allude. I want to talk about, as we alluded to a little bit earlier. Okay, Cardano didn't have the best week or month in comparison to other cryptos. So what exactly is holding us back? All right, what is within this recovery that is holding us back? Okay. Now, there's a couple of things going on with downward pressure. We have a bearish trend within the market. Now, obviously, macro things such as what's happening with the election can reverse that bearish downtrend. But this is as the ADX that we talk about, and that is the average directional index. It's kind of trending more so recently in terms of a negative direction with values above 25. That is something where that indicates a strong trend. So the higher the reading for ADX, that is the more confirmation that ADA is in a firm downtrend. Okay. Now, Cardano's ADX has climbed to 36.76. So that is kind of the battle. Okay. It's a strong bearish trend. Okay. that has changed within the last 30 days. But that is going to be going toe to toe in the battle with what we have coming, okay? Because there's a lot of macro stuff and there's a lot of positive stuff for Cardano as well. But traders, investors, they just quite frankly don't care. And I think what I'm worried about as a Cardano holder is, do we get this huge narrative and push? And I'm just being realistic, guys. Cardano is one of my biggest holdings. What I'm concerned about as an ADA holder is, do we get the right now people? Do we get the people that are going to say, hey, the market's pumping. These other cryptos are up 20%, 20% each every 3 days. I'm not going to sit around and believe in ADA. I'm going to move some of that capital. I'm going to liquidate, because guess what? In 2 months from now, ADA is still going to be 36 cents. That's my biggest fear, okay? And that would possibly cause everything to continue to intensify on a bearish front. And then obviously we get more selling pressure, more downturn, less kind of involvement, and all that kind of just has a domino effect into the adoption of Cardano. Now, the other thing is, it does create a very strong buying opportunity. So, I mean, strategically, I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm not doing. I have not sold Cardano, one ADA, since I bought it over years ago. It's just staking, locked up. But for me, and my money, if I had some liquid Cardano and, I was getting ready for the election, I personally would have no issue swapping it or taking some of that capital and making a quick, 20, 30, 40% on some stuff out there that is pretty much guaranteed to pump if Trump was to get elected. All right. That's just kind of how I look at it. All right. But in the short term, we may have more selling pressure. Let's look for some more macro indications to kind of reverse that trend. And then we can talk a little bit more so about some of the price predictions and stuff to go into. But the correction that we're seeing right now, that's kind of what we have to look into. The biggest storyline here: will Cardano holders stay? Okay. Are they going to jump ship, even if it's a transient kind of move, right? Where they get back into ADA, but they just want to get better, growth within this short-term trading window that we may have from these big headlines. Or are we going to have kind of a reversal of this macro trend that's bearish for Cardano in its present day? Okay. I think this is something where, even if we do get a reversal, we do get above all of these EMAs, and you can see this right here on your chart, guys. If we do get this to reverse and we do cross over into 36, which we are seeing right now on the day, okay, so we did do that. What my concern is, will it stay? Will it be persistent? Will this be enough to push the envelope for Cardano and attract new users into the fold? Because if Cardano is just up because the original holders haven't sold, the OG ADA investors, they believe in Cardano, they're there, and then all of a sudden we get this wave where we're basically programmatically buying more Cardano, but users are not growing. That's kind of the issue I have, because unless you truly know what Cardano is doing and kind of anything about crypto, I'm just being real with you guys. If I was new to the game and I just had $1,000 and I wanted to put in a cryptocurrency and I knew nothing about crypto, I do a quick Google search. Okay. And these are the people that I'm talking about. These are the majority of people that will be entering the market if crypto starts getting that FOMO that we saw back in 2021. Say that person has $1,000, walks off the street, does a quick Google search on their phone, crypto buy now, best crypto to own, for whatever you want to call it. I can guarantee one thing: Cardano would not be on that list, and that's where my fear comes in, because it's not attractive enough. So when we do get this wave, I just worry that Cardano is going to be left on the sidelines. Doesn't mean I don't believe in Cardano. Like I say in every video, this is not FUD. I'm watching this to make sure you guys are all aware. This is an educational video, okay, of psychology, how people are thinking, and what's going on in the charts. Like I said, this is one of my largest holdings. I have not sold one ADA since I bought it. It's firmly locked up, and I just kind of wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on the forefront of this Trump seemingly going to be an election that, in the quote, Kathy Wood in her recent statement, that a Trump victory would put blockchain and cryptocurrency on steroids. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. And, you get the FOMO, it's going to have a macro effect where all tides will rise. But there's also going to be some that are going to be more attractive to the others. And I just wish and hope for, and really truly do pray that Cardano is along for the ride. So that's where I'm at. I appreciate you guys. As always, if you want to know more about cryptocurrency on the daily, make sure you subscribe down below. Smash that like button. Also, we have some sponsors down below in the description. So if you guys want to get hooked up on some exchanges, make sure you do your own research and due diligence. Make sure those are right for you, and enjoy those sign-up perks within the exchanges in the description. And I appreciate you guys watching. See you all in the next video. Cheers.